Konnichiwa. Welcome to another intriguing tale from the annals of history. Today, we journey back to the fascinating life of